Hi, and welcome to this episode of Your Black World News. I'm your host, Roosevelt Mitchell III. The 10-minute clip posted by a Facebook user named Lavish Reynolds shows a woman behind the wheel of a parked car. She does the filming and the narrating of her version of what transpired, frequently moving the phone camera over to show the man in the passenger seat and the police pointing a gun at the man in the passenger seat. His white shirt is stained with blood, and he rolls in apparent agony as she speaks. The driver, his girlfriend, will say later that he'd been hit with 4 shots. She says, "We got pulled over for a busted taillight in the back, and the police, he's covered. They just killed my boyfriend." The woman says her boyfriend had a license to carry a firearm and was trying to inform the officer that he was armed. She said he was reaching for his wallet, she says, into the phone, and the officer just shot him in his arm. At that moment, the police officer off screen screams at the woman to keep her hands where they are. In a panicked voice, the officer tries to tell his side of the story. He says, "Fuck, I told him not to reach for it." As you can see, the officer with his handgun still pointed at the bleeding passenger. "I told him to keep his hand open." Calmly, the driver says, "You told him to get his ID, sir, and his license." The shooting's victim breathing becomes more labored, and he stops shouting, and he just paused for a minute before she says, "Please don't tell me my boyfriend is dead." At the command of the police, she exits the car, asking the whereabouts of her daughter. Moments later, a child's voice is heard crying. While the woman's phone is set on the ground, she's placed in handcuffs. The woman repeats. She repeated her side of the story several times, and it remained consistent. Her boyfriend was only trying to comply with the officer's orders. He had told the cops he was licensed to carry the pistol in his possession, and that a non-threatening hand movement led to him being shot. The St. Anthony's Police Department responded to the incident through a press conference Wednesday night. The city's interim police chief, the sergeant, speaking to members of the media and saying their knowledge was limited. Details about the identity of the man shot and his condition were not made public as of yet, but as details come in, I will certainly keep you updated here at Your Black World News. The link to the video is in the description below, and I warn you, it's very, very graphic, but please leave a comment in the section below, as I would love to hear what you think.